These are, the scariest times in my lifetime. That's all.
Hello and welcome to Common Sense TV. I'm your host, the Doctor of Common Sense. You have this complete piece of trash, this human excrement by the name of Bernie Sanders, saying that this is the worst of times in his whole lifetime that he's ever existed, which is back to the Civil War, because that's probably when he was born. He said these are the worst times under President Trump.
But there was also there was a gravity in your voice and a sense that, in a way that I maybe hadn't heard before. I don't know if you agree with that.
These are, the scariest times in my lifetime. That's all. I think that's objectively the truth. It is not just they want to give tax breaks to billionaires and cut programs for working people. Frankly, that's happened before.
Yeah.
But you combine that with the power of the oligarchy in general. You combine that with Mr. Musk owning Twitter and able to send out his messages to hundreds of millions of people. You combine that with the fact that people like Bezos, the second wealthiest person in the country, fired or got rid of most of his editorial staff and is going to convert them into a right-wing thing. Combine that with the fact that Trump is suing major media outlets and is threatening to investigate PBS and NPR. So it's not only the power of money, it's also combined with that, the movement toward authoritarianism. When Trump unilaterally cuts federal funding that was passed by Congress, that is illegal, that is unconstitutional. When you have the vice president saying, well, in his judgment, the courts don't have the right to stop unconstitutional acts of the president, man, that is authoritarianism. That's what the courts are. He is now trying to end what the founding fathers were pretty smart about, creating a form of government where there were checks and balances, a legislative body, an executive body, and a judiciary. So he is moving aggressively in all of these areas. Yeah, there was gravity in my voice. This is a scary moment.
Bernie Sanders, just the other day, we showed you a rally. Well, he had this transgender freak saying that, does your God have a big D? I'm never going to forget that one. But this is the same Bernie Sanders who's been in office since the 80s. He's been complaining about the same damn thing, but he hasn't done anything to fix the problem. This is the same Bernie Sanders that back in 2008 was telling you how it is the job of the administration to administrate to the people. He was against waste back then. Many of the Democrats was against waste back then, but what happened to him?
There is no question that there is an enormous amount of waste and fraud and abuse in this government.
We cannot keep our promises on Medicare. We simply must make the cuts in waste, fraud, and abuse in Medicare so that the benefits and the premiums are untouched.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. No truer words have ever been spoken.
If we're going to eliminate the waste, fraud, and abuse in Medicare, it does mean we're going to cut some of that out.
See, the one thing you may understand about the left is that they don't have no conscience when it comes to lying. And most of their followers are too damn stupid and brainwashed to look up anything. And even if you show them facts, they're going to think it's misinformation or you bullying somebody. Bernie Sanders has really never done anything for anyone but he and his wildebeest wife. All of these people talking about oligarchs now. He's on tour again, talking about oligarchs. Well, at least Elon Must has companies that's producing something in this country. People like George Soros and these other billionaires with these NGOs, they're not producing anything but activists. And these activists are going around destroying what we got left of the Constitution, because it ain't much. I keep hearing these leftists and many of these rhino Republicans and these fake Republicans talking about the Constitution. But if the Constitution truly had checks and balances, all this damn wasteful spending that Doge is finding, they would have never been able to find it.